Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the gloves, inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1990, and he fights out of Harlem, New York.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing the newly crowned champion, holding a record of 22 wins, no losses, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the young, undefeated, and newly crowned IBF middleweight champion of the world, known as Captain Hook, introducing Roy Jones Jr.
An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell...
What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. They both want the knockout. The straight right just misses. Nice counter. Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. Good counter punching. Good counter punch. An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
Todd, let me explain to you. We are outside. Nobody can turn the temperature down. Nobody can turn the sun down. When that sun's beating on you, when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're getting hit, when you're getting hurt, there's no cool fan that's dropping in there. This is where it's real fighting, fighter on fight.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even-Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
How about that time counter shot? A perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
On to the second round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter shot lands. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. They have no respect for each other's punching power. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think live. Concentrate.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Nope, that jab not going to score. They exchange punches. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Come on.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Does not score. That punch lands. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch.
Yeah.
He blocks that right hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Those counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
And he scores with the counter. They block the uppercut. Punch, counter punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Disaster averted.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Roy Jones Jr., believe it. Oh my word, down goes RJJ. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, we continue.
It's It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Get focused. Get your mind back on.
On to the fifth we go. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
It happened. You...
I don't know what they thought this was, but I come through smoking. Smooth criminal like pounds, just told them. With a squad get scolded. Walk with the Lord, not an omen. Still might have to grill a brother like Foreman. When my dogs start rioting, leaves will be falling off trees. You'd think that it's autumn. Yo, I can't stand these rap boys, feel to eliminate all. I'm trying to raise this stack boy so tall that it might fall. Top striker, man, I lick off the goal. So anything I set, I achieve and more. Soon bring the man them on some kind of tour. Enough liquor bottles in my rider report. I don't know why they would step to the team and I'll send man airborne like...
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And introducing first, El Nido de Oro, 134 pounds even. He's 5'8" tall and has a reach. And introducing first, El Nido de Oro, fighting out of Venezuela and Japan. He won his first world title back in 2007 and hasn't looked back since. Terrence.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Barinas, Venezuela, a renowned 3-division champion of the world, Jorge Linares. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. So here we go. Should be a good one. continue to score. Big swing and a miss with the hook. The counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Good right hook. That jab doesn't find a home. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he just missed with that left jab. Well done with that counter shot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Linares in that last round. What do we expect to see here in round two? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Down. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The Venezuelan is rocked. And that'll do it. Linares is down. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Well, he's had enough, and he is gonna quit. So there you have it. It is official now, and that is not the way anyone wanted this fight to end.
Here we go, one side. Really need
Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson. Muhammad Ali coming off that stunner. Smoking. Usually you don't need a weather report. Facing Joe Frazier, who won gold at the '64 Olympic Games. Ooh, look at that left jab. That jab had to hurt. A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
Nice counter. Can't land that jab. Beautiful counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like an eternity. On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing, stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. That swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. That jab won't score. Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. There's the bell for round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. A perfect counter lands. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter shot lands. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Good counter punch. They exchange punches. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Just misses with that uppercut. Punch caught him clean. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, he is in big trouble here. Here we go to the fourth round. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Catch and shoot. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside punch round.
Nice counter shot. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nice counter punch right up the middle. No rest for the weary. A lot of effort being exerted here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He is down big time. There's the bell to start round 5. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punching. straight right just misses.
This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers.
And he just misses with that jab.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
And a round that seemed like eternity for them. Let's start the sixth. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to...
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Big shot, and down goes Ali. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in...
1, 2, 3, 4,
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? How did they not go down?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Beautiful counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. He's been knocked down, but here comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with it.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? That hook was off target. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with 1 punch.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there, toe-to-toe with them, and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. Can't score with that jab. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have... there's the bell for round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? How is this fight still continuing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What a punch. Not a lot of defense here at all. Good defense. Oh, wait a minute. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A pretty lopsided decision there. A unique.